What is up? Can you hear us?
We are live.
Live again, man. Here we are.
We are live, man.
26 episodes.
And we're doing this thing podcast style this
I
time.
know. This is straight podcast.
This is straight pie.
Professional.
We do look good. We do look good.
You look good.
I look good. With my new shaved head, it look good.
Yeah, with your new shaved head and your sweet podcast gear, bro.
Yeah. Do I look like the next Joe Rogan or something?
You all, yeah.
There you go.
Actually, yeah, I am. I started
my
watching.
man Nick here is trying to be the next Joe Rogan. So
Yeah, exactly.
If Joe's out there watching, I'm sure you are. I'm not sure this is at the top of your list of podcasts to check out.
Right.
We are live again with the Start Build Grow Show.
Yep.
And once again, dude, I don't even know how we keep doing this.
Yeah.
We keep bringing in like
some fire guests.
So
and they're coming to your home too. Like, I mean, this guy made it a long drive. How long was your drive?
Hour-ish.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get into the guests, let's go. We got some news and some announcements and a couple of things that Nick's going to go ahead and get us filled in on here.
Yeah. Well, first off, here, this is episode 26, guys. Thanks for following along. If you guys have not followed the Start Build Grow Show page, make sure you guys are doing that. We're slowly transitioning to go live on this page every Wednesday at 6:30 Mountain Time. So yeah, episode 26, guys. Thanks for joining in. One thing we do want to talk about that we've been focusing on a lot lately is the Job Nimbus Solution Summit. All right. That is October 22nd, 23rd in Austin, Texas. All right. Everyone that buys a ticket before September 14th is going to get a $50 early bird discount. All right. They also have one early bird ticket buyer is going to surprise a full refund of their ticket purchased. Okay. So on September 15th, one discounted ticket purchaser will be drawn from all early bird sales and will receive a full refund of their next ticket purchase. All right. So make sure if you're buying that ticket, you're buying it before the 14th.
Yeah, that's a cool deal. Giving away a free ticket. And they are going to be going live, right? Ben, you guys saw him. He was on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Ben, the CEO of Job Nimbus, on the 15th is going live, and he'll be drawing a name. You don't have to be watching live, but you got to have your ticket purchased.
Yep.
They're gonna look directly into their system as to which who purchased tickets between now and then.
Yeah.
And they're gonna pick a random winner. So even if you're purchasing more than one ticket and you get drawn, it's just the one ticket, but they are giving away a free ticket, which is definitely pretty cool.
Oh heck yeah, we got some comments real quick, so I do want to jump that up.
Awesome. What do you guys think? You got some good audio? You think this cool little set? I mean, we try to keep kind of changing it up and keeping it original to keep your attention and hopefully provide some good content for you.
Yeah.
For sure.
Josh said that your mic is a little off. It sounds good on my end, but if that's the case, guys, let us know. Joe says, "What's up, guys? We got your boy Austin. I think that's your boy, right, Chris?"
It is.
Yeah.
Austin, what's up, man?
Yeah. So he's tuning in right now, so that's cool, man. Let's see what else we got here. We got Blake saying, "Crush it, boys! Austin, here we come, man." Have you guys been to Austin before or no?
Dude, I spent almost a year. I lived in Austin.
Oh, you lived in Austin.
So
that's right.
I'm
that's
excited.
right.
So my friends out there, you know, I have a handful of buddies. A couple of my buddy Yost. I don't know if you're watching. Yost, my dude.
Is that your dude?
Lives in Austin. Crazy story. When I moved out there, I hadn't even seen my buddy for like 5 years or so. And then literally the first weekend we went out in Austin.
You ran into
like one of the first guys. I'm like, dude, I know you. I'm in a whole different state. So craziness, but nevertheless, we've been connected ever since. And we're coming to Austin, brother. I'll see you soon, man.
Oh man, that is awesome. Yeah, so it'll be a kind of a homecoming for you. Let's see here. So Randy is coming in on Mike's. Chris's mic is a little off. So Chris, you want to talk in that for us a little bit quick, man?
What's going on, everybody?
All right, cool. All right, let's just make sure we got that line.
We'll try to stay pretty close to the mic.
So hey, you want to do a quick intro then, man?
Sure, man.
Intro, yeah.
As always, comments, interaction, we love it. We'll try to do some Q&A towards the end here, and do us a huge favor as we're making this transition from going from our personal accounts over to the Start Build Grow Show account. Make sure you're liking and following the Start Build Grow Show, and of course share it out. We always appreciate the shares. But without further ado, I mean, you guys know the old Tin Man. I mean, he's been online, and we got connected online, man. He's always got some really awesome content, and for a guy that just gets up and grinds all day, every day, he's got some good stuff out there. So I'm gonna introduce my man Chris Danielson here, or better known as online and on social media and on. They can find you on Instagram at the Old Tin Man. Is that correct?
Old Tin Man. Yep.
So we have the official Old Tin Man with us today, and he doesn't look that old, but we're going to get into his story.
Got some grays coming in.
And he's with Tilcor Roofing Systems, and they specialize in stone coated steel. Awesome high-end product for not a high-end price. And we're pretty excited to hear your story, man. We talk about entrepreneurship all the time, so today we're bringing to the table straight up intrapreneurship. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me. I'm happy to be here.
Heck yeah, man. So, how's life? I mean, how's life in the roofing manufacturer biz right now? I mean, we're going to get into a little bit of your story behind all that.
Absolutely. It's good. Life is good. Things are going well, busy. Hailstorms in Colorado this year. They never hurt. But it's, Tilcor, we're starting out here in the U.S., getting going, and so bringing that brand to the U.S. is fun. It's starting from the beginning and kind of grassroots type of deal. So it's a good time.
Cool, man. Well, let's go back. We like to, we like to talk about entrepreneurship. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship here, and we're going to give a little definition of that.
Janice says, "What's up, Old Tin Man?"
Janice, how are you?
What's going on?
You know what? Let's do it this way, man. I'm gonna pull this one. I think this mic's a little bit messed up, so we're gonna work the same one. All right.
Okay.
We're gonna do a little handy dandy.
There.
Yeah, let's just take it out of the way. Might as well. We'll get that fixed another time. So let's just kind of work this one back and forth. All right. So go ahead, Rance.
Cozy here. All right, man. Well, once again, welcome back to the show. Or welcome to the show. We've been kind of trying to set this up for a while here.
We have.
So we're excited to have you. Let's go back, man. What's your background? Where are you from? What kind of got you into the blue collar world of roofing?
I started in blue collar basically from the beginning. Right out of school, I started installing gutters, and so from the very beginning, I've been kind of going that route. Knew I didn't want to install gutters forever, and so I took a job, went inside. Working estimating, doing blueprint takeoffs and material takeoffs and that type of thing. Did that for a good amount of years and progressed with that company. This is all back in Chicago, suburbs of Chicago, where I was raised. Then from there, I went out into the field running siding crews and gutter crews. Did that for a good almost 11 years, and from there, that's when I transitioned into the manufacturer side. With Rolex, which is not the watches. That's what everyone asks.
Hey, where's my
manufacture aluminum and steel products,
Okay.
soffit fascia, steel siding, that type of thing. And so that's where I was with in Chicago, and that's actually who I transferred out here to Colorado with. And then from there, just it's been a year and a half. April of last year is when I came on board with Tilcor, and here we are.
Yeah, cool. How's that transition, and how did you? We like to talk about the moment. Well, in entrepreneurship, let's talk about your moment. Like, what was the moment that kind of provided the opportunity for you to make the change, and what led up to that decision? Because obviously, that's a pretty significant change in your life and/or decision, being that you already kind of uprooted yourself to come here for a different company.
Absolutely.
Like?
Yeah, it was a big decision. And, I don't jump around from job to job. I was with them 11 years and I was with the company before that for 10 years. So I definitely do not jump around. But kind of that entrepreneurship thing that we talked about is kind of what drew me to it. In the US, where Tilcor is a small company, just kind of starting out. They've been in business. The Ross Group has been in business since 1942. So they're not new to the roofing game, but in the US, they're definitely new. And, there's just a handful of us and we're kind of just growing this thing together. So kind of, obviously it's a great product. And that's where it all starts. You gotta believe in what you sell, I think. And, so we definitely have that, and just being on the ground floor, so to speak, was something that really, really drew me to it. And, they're great. They let us do our thing and definitely offer a lot of support. And, so yeah, it was once you started talking to them and kind of seeing the opportunity and just being part of something like that, it was really a no-brainer.
it's cool because it kind of goes back to, I talk about this in, different situations. People aren't necessarily, always drawn to the appeal of starting from nothing and putting your whole life on the line to start a business or grow something. However, it's human nature to want to be a part of something.
Absolutely.
Right. Like, so those of you out there that own businesses and that are either struggling or trying to kind of grasp this concept is, if you provide an opportunity and paint a picture of a bigger, better place that is caused because of your company. You put a purpose behind your company.
Yeah.
And you find great people that want to be a part of something. They want to be part of something cool. They want to be part of a movement, right?
Yeah.
So you got to kind of create that movement within your company, and then you can attract people that are like, man, I want to jump on board with that, and I'm going to give it everything I have, as if I were an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So and there it is. So let's define this.
Yeah.
This whole intrapreneurship thing, right? I love this term, and it's fun because we talk about entrepreneurship all the time, right? It's a buzzword. Everybody is an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
But there are way more entrepreneurs or entrepreneurship opportunities than there are entrepreneurship opportunities.
Yep.
Right. So what entrepreneurship is working and using kind of your own natural abilities to help build a company that you're not necessarily the founder of, or the person that has created that company. So it's employee based entrepreneurship is really what entrepreneurship
pretty much. They're just giving you the resources, right? You might have an expert, right, in the field that could be used as resource. They might be, cash or whatever it might be to help you grow that business, right? I mean, for you, I mean, what's your territory look like?
It's big. Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming.
Oh wow.
It's a big one.
That's a big territory.
That's a territory.
That's a big business, right?
And there's
drive.
No, I fly most of it. I mean, obviously within Colorado, I'll drive that, but anywhere else, it's just more productive. Unless there's somewhere where I can get from point A to point B and I can do stuff along the way. But more times than not, it's more efficient just to fly.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's a challenge in and of itself. You got family, you got kids, and
I do. I got a rock star wife who keeps it all together.
Is she? Yeah,
absolutely.
It takes a rock star to support an entrepreneur and an entrepreneur. Right?
Yeah.
Bless our wives. If you're watching this, thanks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the support and
without a doubt.
Give us, because it takes a lot of patience to support someone in our industry and in our position that it's 12-hour days seem to never.
Oh, there is.
Oh my gosh, man. I mean, because you're staying down here tonight too, right?
I am, yeah. And there's a lot of nights in hotels, but you got to love technology, just like we're talking now.
Yeah.
I can FaceTime with my kids and do all that stuff. So it affords me, some time that I can still see them, but it's not, it sometimes it's not always ideal, but as I'm sure with the entrepreneurship, there's things you just got to do, and I'm super competitive, and that's one of the company, the product is all great, but coming to a territory where I don't have one customer, not one distributor, nothing, and building it all from scratch, that's intriguing to me, and it's been a fun journey so far, and it's going great, and looking forward to growing it even more.
That's
awesome.
We got a shout out right here. Your boy Aaron's giving you a big shout out. Hey Danielson, way to crush it, brother. So looks like you got some friends tuning in, man. That's pretty cool.
Thank you to all three of you that are watching. We really appreciate the support.
I got another one.
And the fourth one is mom. Hi, mom.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No kidding. All right. So we have another one too. I want to go through some of these comments to make sure we're hitting on what people are asking about here. So let me see. My phone's just a little bit lagged. So I'm going to think about hop to the computer. All right, so coming from an auto restoration background, when cutting the stone-coated steel tiles, this exposed the metal. The train of thought without an acid-etched primer and coating, how is it protected from moisture and rust?
Well, first of all, it's there's a 7-coat process on there.
Okay.
It's Galvalume, which helps with the corrosion.
Yeah.
And then when it's cut, the finish folds over, and there's an acrylic base over the top of the granules. Right. And so, and it's not even, some of the metals, steel siding and stuff like that, you need to use a ferrous blade. Yeah. With the stone coated steel, you you can use a metal blade, you can use a wood blade.
Got it.
But there's really, and obviously we have a warranty against any of that, but it's just not an issue.
Yeah.
With the stone coated.
Yeah. So how did you decide to go with Tilcor then? What was the journey like there? I mean, was it, something about starting with somebody that's so new and taking an international brand into the US? Was it your ability to control your own schedule and have your own business? Why did you make that jump?
Well, I think it was the opportunity. I came from, where I came from, siding, soft fascia gutters. That market is kind of just becoming more commoditized. And with the stone coated steel, it's kind of the analogy of, selling asphalt shingles. I mean, there's a ton of them and there's a bunch out there. So it gets more commoditized. With stone coated steel, it's a higher end product. And it's something that you can offer value to, not only to the contractor selling it, but to the homeowners.
Right.
And I really like the opportunity that it presented, being new and growing it. That's just something that really intrigued me.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Cool. Well, let's go. Let's talk about the social media side. Where did
is that how we all met too? I'm pretty sure
it is.
So
Absolutely.
I met Randy on LinkedIn. I DM'd him a message, right? And I got him on. I stalked him, got him on the hook eventually, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, he's invited me over to his house, and we're talking, Green Bay Packer football, right? And I'm kicking his butt in DraftKings fantasy football as well. Okay, right. But then me and you connected, I think, on Facebook too, right, or something like that. I think
it was Facebook.
I think it was on Facebook, man. How do you guys connect? Do you guys connect social?
Online,
Facebook or Instagram?
Yeah.
One of the two.
And then you guys connected at a conference, and then he and I connected on different occasions.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we've been kind of playing with this and kind of hit it off right away.
Right.
And here we are.
Exactly.
So the power of social media. So let's talk about that a
Yeah.
bit. And kind of the personal branding. Like, even though, even as a representative of a company, you can still make a major impact if you put the time and energy into building out social media. I was surprised. I mean, you see some of their stuff. It's awesome. I mean, definitely go check out the old Tin Man.
That's you behind the wheel, though, isn't it?
And he's the one creating this.
That's all. Old Tin Man is all me. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, look at this guy, dude. He's doing sales. He's doing marketing. I think he's doing a little bit of everything for this thing, man. You're building relationships out there, man.
I'm trying.
So let's talk about the people love the social media thing. That's a huge question. Let's talk about that. So you've built a brand, built a little personal brand for yourself, and that has been transforming into sales, relationships. We're here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about that journey a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've always kind of been, into social media, early adopter, I think the phrase is, but, I came up Old Tin Man and I've kind of gone a few different directions, but Old Tin Man is where I started. And obviously I used to sell metal and steel siding, and now I sell steel roofing. So the name kind of fits. I wanted Tin Man, but that was taken.
It does fit really well.
I had to go Old Tin Man because Tin Man was taken.
Well, that nice beard you got. You can't.
It is a nice beard. It is a nice beard. Yeah. Right.
There you go.
Someday when I grow up, I want to be just like you with my beard.
So are you driving some traffic? Are you getting some new clients, some new traction from your social media campaigns and stuff that you're doing?
Absolutely. And and I think a lot of it has to do with the roofing community, obviously, Randy. And I think the mindset of roofers is just in a different place with social media compared to some of the siding guys that I used to sell. And I've gotten a lot more traction with the roofing community from that. And
that's good to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So go ahead. No, you're good, Rance. What's up?
Well, I was going to say, so more and more, and I've noticed this too, is just more and more people are just embracing, oh crap, especially even roofers who've been around a long time. They're even like, okay, the social media thing, I got to at least pay attention to it. Right. And you're seeing more and more people getting involved in groups and interacting and connecting online. And a lot of people, they're like, oh, the marketing, the ad spend, that sort of thing, which is all good. And you do a good ad campaign on social media and on Facebook specifically, you can generate leads with any business. You do it right. Right. But the real big picture growth is developing the relationships.
It is.
You know what I mean? It's like so many people are worried about, for instance, roofers. They're like, oh, I need to run Facebook ads so I can get people to call me, so I can find new roofs to inspect, the new homeowners, right? Right. That's great, but what about using social media to build a brand to where you attract great salespeople
Mhm.
and you attract great staff, people that want to come work for you.
Right.
Like that's a bigger picture.
Yeah.
How much money are you willing to invest on your social media campaign to get $1 million sales guy?
Right.
How much?
Right?
How much?
I mean, instead of thinking, oh no, I spent $1,000 on Facebook and I only got a couple roofs out of it.
Mhm.
What about the long-term brand that you built and the person that's out there watching that approaches you and says, hey, I noticed this ad that you put out. I noticed that you're looking for salespeople.
Yeah.
I've been following your stuff online. Let's work together.
Yeah.
Boom. Now every ounce of the time that you put in is worth it.
You nailed it, right? Because, you know, I was actually listening to, I'll give a shout out to the Gary Vee. I haven't listened to his stuff in a while, but I tuned in today, man, and I was trying to do some stuff about branding. And he's like, you know, you see that guy wearing Nikes, and I know it's a sort of subject right now, but whatever, right? Let's just not worry about that. And he's like, you know, he didn't buy those Nikes because, you know, you cookied them and then retargeted them. He bought those Nikes because of the brand they've established throughout the years, right? And man, if you can build out that brand, you're going to have a company that sells itself, right? And you're not going to have to worry about, you know, my ad campaign's not working. And that stuff's great. And it has a time and a place. And you should be doing that, man. But you should definitely be putting money in telling your story, becoming a media company, get your face out there. And I'll say this about roofers is that what I've noticed is they made an awesome job of creating a community of roofers, right? And they kill it on there, and they have a ton of tips, suggestions, all this stuff, man. But you know, if I look at someone's Facebook page and they got 5,000 likes on it, I know exactly who's on that. 5,000 roofers, because all their friends and all the community like that thing. Now, when I go to retarget somebody, if we're going to do that retargeting thing that we were just talking about, what does that have to, you're about to retarget a bunch of roofers, right? So it's like, make sure you're having the right people like your page, because otherwise you just got this big mess that you're going to have to clean up at some point.
Exactly. You know, pick your target audience.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Definitely go down a marketing rabbit hole, but marketing it all starts with the same principle of before you do anything marketing and branding, you have to understand your target audience. You have to understand who you're going for.
Yeah.
And so let's divert back, because he understands his target audience, and he's built a following, he's built a culture around roofers,
which is perfect for him, right? Because we were just talking about that. It's perfect. He's smiling because he's like, I'm getting sales with this.
It's driving his business.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
and he's just putting value out there too. You know what I mean? He's not asking. He's not constantly asking for sales. You know what I mean? If you go look at his stuff, remember it's at Old Tim, man. If you guys want to check him out, it's just value play stuff, man. And you got some cool shots. I mean, you got some drone stuff. It looks like that you do and stuff like that. That stuff's always awesome. And you got the mountains in the backdrop. I'm like, man, how can you not like that? Yeah, I like that.
And one of the things too, just to touch on what Nick said, is, you know, me being an employee, and obviously we have I have a company behind me, and they're spending money. But for my personal brand, everything I'm doing right now is just grassroots. It's just engagement and, you know, putting out content. Yeah. I'm not doing any Facebook ads or doing anything currently. It's just content. It's content strategy. And that's not something I'm opposed to, and it's something that I think down the road I will definitely do. Yeah. But right now it's just content and engagement. Engagement's a huge thing, and that's another thing that I've noticed is great within the roofing community is, you know, you put a post out there or you comment on someone else's post, and there's that back and forth engagement.
There's good response.
And that's how we, you know, started getting connected, I think. Yeah. You know, by commenting and
liking, commenting. Next thing you know, we're on a video call. Next thing you know, we're having a beer. Next thing you know,
dude, that's how it all starts. Right. You have to maximize that. You know what I mean? And then, so it's like, get those relationships going online, right? If you can, right? Which is pretty easy. I don't care if it's LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Personally, I like LinkedIn and Facebook the most when I'm talking about business relationships, but you know, it's up to you. And then when you go out there, dude, go to these conferences, right? Go to these things. Like when we talk about the Job Nimbus thing. Hey, do you think that's a great opportunity to mingle with other people, learn more, grow your business, ask other people what they're doing that works well? I would say so. So make sure you're checking that out. Austin, Texas, right? I'm a new plug right there. October 22nd, 23rd, man. Check that out though. But for real. Yeah, seriously though, it's gonna make all the difference, man. The more you can, you know, engage with these industry experts and leaders, you can build these relationships, and then you never know what could come from them. Like, are you going to this stuff? Are you meeting a lot of, you know, potential clients or prospects at these conferences? Are you utilizing those a lot? I am. It's something that we're looking at. I've gone to a few, and it's definitely something that we want to do more. Yeah. Just because it's a great place to meet. Right. And kind of like what you said, you might know there's a lot of people I know on Facebook and Instagram that I've never met in person. And at some of those events, it's a place where you can actually make the physical connection, and then you know, then the business can grow from there. That's where it all happens. It's like you create awareness online, create awareness on social media. You can definitely build a brand, and the more genuine and true you are when you're putting yourself out there on social media,
they say your vibe attracts your tribe.
100%.
You're gonna get people that are already like, hey man, there's some connection we have. Like, I respect what you're doing, like back and forth. And then once you meet in person, it's like, oh, let's maybe take our business relationship to the next level. Let's start talking business. And then next thing you know, it's manifesting itself and multiplying. And I mean, I know all of us are results of that. Here we are doing a live Facebook show, and we have sponsors, and it's like it's just building this community around roofing, and we've become kind of the outlet for for the whole community, for the whole industry, which is all the power of social media.
Absolutely. It all is, man. And like, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Let's another thing. I don't know if you do follow Mr. Tin Man. This dude has a pretty legit regimen. I mean, this guy's up in the morning working out, getting his social media pics done, driving 300 miles a day.
He's just grinding it out, man, dude. He's like the Gary Vee of like roofing or something.
Yeah. So tell us about your day. Like, what is the day in the life of the old Tin Man?
Yeah. Every day starts out pretty much the same, and that's I'm up early. I'm an early riser, and I hit the gym. It's just it's almost an obsession. It's kind of like, it's just a mental thing. It's just,
I feel you.
It gets me going.
Amen to that, man.
There you go.
Me and him have done some lifting actually in Fort Collins. So yeah, we got it. What is it? Maniacs Gym, right?
Yeah.
Maniacs Gym.
Yep. You guys are both maniacs. Yeah. I mean, I get in shape just being around you guys.
Right.
There you go.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of
it's like we're transferring our energy or something like that.
I'm blame having 2 children under the age of 4.
Yeah,
it's a viable excuse.
4 years.
Hey, you do some push-ups though and stuff, right?
6 or 5,
jumping jacks, push-ups, pull-ups, stuff like that. Yeah, see, you get to rolling, man. Just wait to see him at the John Nibbs conference. He's gonna be looking good from those push-ups. I'm telling you, man.
There you go.
I'm just working on the dad bod.
The dad bod. What does Chrissy think about the dad bod? Does she like the? She loves the dad bod.
So 4:30 at the gym.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm
in Fort Collins.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And then at some point in there, depending on, first thing I got to do when I wake up is coffee. I don't function without it. So I have that, and I'm usually, depending on how my time is going, I'll usually get up, have my cup of coffee. I might make a post in the morning before I go to the gym, hit the gym, or I'll make a post when I get back. And then, the good thing about what I do, and a lot about what you guys do, is every day is different. I spend a lot of time we're growing this thing. So I spend a lot of time calling on contractors and doing that grassroots thing and trying to
cold calls.
We call that hand-to-hand combat.
Exactly.
You're doing cold calls though?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. You walking in, you're just calling.
It depends. You got to kind of play it by ear. I do a little bit of both, a mix.
Yeah.
I might have some set appointments that I'll call.
Yeah.
And then I'm in that area, and Instagram is you can just go and you put roofing in the search and it'll pull up all the roofers in the area.
Okay. So what do you do? How do you do that? You just typed in roofers on Instagram. Boom. And you're getting all the Instagram.
Because it had all the GPS, it goes up and it shows you all the roofers in the area.
Yeah. Great way to be utilizing Instagram there.
So I'll do a lot of that. And, in the biggest thing is just consistency with anything. But, a lot of those times that you'll stop in an office, a lot of times you won't even get any feedback, or they don't have time for you, and that's fine. And I understand that. And then I continually follow up, and it's a fine line between not being a pest and being being consistent and following up. But I think I've found a pretty good balance with that. And between that and the distributors, and there's nothing, distributors basically, they want to sell what their customers want to buy. So if I'm pulling contractors through distributors and bringing the distributor business, I mean, that's a win-win. Right. It's a win for me because they're helping me out, and it's a win, they're selling product at the same time. So,
that's great. Yeah. I mean, shoot, I have asphalt still, but wait for the next hailstorm.
There you go.
But I mean, as a roofer, my choice on my own home is Stone Coat Steel.
Really?
I mean, hands down.
So you're backing it, hey?
Great product.
Yeah.
I've seen the trend, the transgression of stone coated steel products over the last decade.
I like with anything technology, they just get better and better.
The way they create it, the way the systems go together, the warranties, the resistance to impact, like it's got all your boxes covered.
Yeah.
Especially in a market where asphalt just gets damaged. You breathe on it the wrong way, and it gets damaged. And you get some heavy rain that's coming.
Right.
But it takes some serious hail too
to knock this.
It's about as good as it gets.
Can it sustain it pretty well?
Yeah, it's a class 4. Which I know there's some asphalts that are class 4. The biggest thing that I like to point out when I'm talking about, you get a big enough storm like some of the stuff that went down in the Broadmoor and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's gonna damage anything. But
right.
The thing, I was on a house that had concrete tile and it looked like a minefield just everywhere. Mm-hmm. The thing with stone coated steel is it's going to be dented. It's going to, it's going to have to be replaced. Yes. Mm-hmm. But you're not going to have holes blowing through it, exposure where you have further leak potential. It's just, it holds up. And if it does get damaged, in a big enough storm, it's going to damage anything. But, there's one homeowner that we were talking to had concrete tile, and they're getting ready to go to Africa on a hunting safari. So what happens if this storm, and they have concrete tile on the roof and it's destroyed. So what happens if you're in Africa and the storm comes through? With stone coated steel, you're not going to have that immediate leak potential that you would with any other roof. You saw it.
I saw a number of situations where, the hail here and in different places of the country as well was so big and so fast that it literally penetrated roofs. Like it penetrated through the decking.
Oh, I saw it too.
That just completely destroyed.
Right.
Usually hail, it's just going to deteriorate it's going to damage the outside of the shingle, bruise the mat, and then over time you'll start seeing fibers and a hole will develop over time.
Sure. Right.
But with this sort of hail, it was big and sharp, and it caused some major damage. We spent weeks just doing tarping, trying to get houses tarped and protected from future damage. So yeah, in that sort of an event as well, it's good stuff. But we're not. Let's carry on with this story. What you got? We got some good comments.
Yeah, man.
For the engagement, guys.
Just
awesome.
Just a lot of people just saying what's up. Nathan's been saying what's up too. He also gets up at 4:30 as well, man. I think that's prime time, man. When you're waking up like that, when you're waking up
Jocko Willink gets up at like 4:15 every day.
Really? See, but I'm telling you, that makes such a difference, because then you're on your own pace, right? Because if you wake up at 8 o'clock, now you're behind, right? Now you're on everybody else's schedule.
Yeah. Well, I'm up at 4:15 every day too, but it's 2 8-month-olds. So
what time are you going to bed though? What time are you turning it off though? You know what I'm saying? Like you might have the late night shift. I'm pretty sure.
Kind of, yeah. Try to shut it down and then try to wind down around 10, 9:30, 10.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah.
A 4-year-old. So
yeah,
I'm gonna keep using the kids as a scapegoat.
Hey, go for it. Use them while you can.
You guys when I grow up.
So you
get buffed and able to run 50 miles.
You get. It looks like you get some friends on here too that are watching. Do you have anybody you want to give like a shout out to, or anybody that's like a highlight client or anything like that that's been crushing it for you, that you guys have had a lot of success working together?
Austin's out there. I think you said.
Yeah, Austin's on here.
The roofing center out of Salt Lake.
Yeah.
He's a perfect case in point of what I'm talking about with social media.
Okay.
We initially connected. He sent me a message on a post I made on Instagram.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this was January. We started a dialogue, sold his first job in April, and now they're just killing it.
Really?
In the 3-state area. And it all started from an Instagram post.
That's crazy. It's awesome, the power of social media.
The key is to say something. Right. We always worry about, not having the best content. Why not? Go check us out. Go check our Facebook live show, right? This is 26. So we're, like what, how many months is that now? That's
over 6.
Yeah, it's over 6. That's over, and like we did a whole episode. We talked about this a couple times without any audio. Me and Randy ranted together for 30 minutes without. It was great, but we did a second round. I thought that second round was even better. But like we did a whole 30-minute section without it, right? We started out with a cell phone. Now we're slowly just adding different things. Like, don't worry about having the best content, right? Like, you remember you started going live for a little bit too, and then kind of pushing you weren't like a big fan of it at first, but the thing is, you still did it, right? And that's the biggest thing.
But I stopped.
You stopped,
I need
man.
To get back
Come on, man. You kill me. I'm trying to use you as an example, bro. Oh man. So Drew says we might be having a little bit of issues actually with your mic, man. So we might. Yeah, man. I don't know. He said yes if it's on. Dude, I don't know, man. I'm still kind of working the software too. So if there's any audio issues, guys, make sure you give us a what's up or my bad about that. But let's see here.
Is it still there? We go. I don't know.
I'm not really 100% sure, but who knows, man.
I'll try to talk.
Like I said, we're always some kind of issue. But I
So let's you mentioned that. Let's plug that a little bit.
Hard to hear,
Where
Randy.
Else do you find the Starbucks Grow Shop? we've turned it into a podcast, which is what we're doing here with the mics. Hopefully, it's not a disaster because we're having audio issues right now. But also, you can find old episodes on the Starville Growth Show homepage on Facebook, and then you can also check us out on YouTube. We're uploading our episodes there as well, and then all the good podcasting sites,
Oh man,
Stitcher and iTunes and that sort of thing.
Yeah, Randy, it sounds like your mic is dead, my friend. So we have to let's do this, man. I'm gonna sacrifice my mic, throw it over here. All right.
All right, that's awesome. There we go. Is that better?
Cody's giving me a shout out for my bald head. So Randy's partner is digging my bald head. Cody, if you want, man, I know we'll be meeting up here pretty soon, headed to Dallas. So if you want, I can just give you a clean buzz too. You know what I mean? We could
Everybody's doing it.
We could rip it off, man. Everybody's doing it. And I think you would look great with it, man.
So let's start as we start to wrap a little bit here. Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? Is that a little bit better?
Sounds like it's much better. So I'm speaking close and personal with it. We got the beard and we got the bald head. We're meeting real close together. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, bear with us. Thank you guys. So let's talk about the whole entrepreneurship thing a little bit more. You know, when it comes to the entrepreneurship thing, let's talk about what is probably one of the best things you've learned and probably one of the biggest kind of struggles that you've had with having a role of, hey, here's a brand, go with it.
Well, first off, I think it's kind of the biggest benefit, and the thing that's the toughest is the flexibility and the basically setting my own schedule and doing everything. It's fantastic, but yet you still have to manage it, and that's definitely something that takes a little bit of a process to kind of figure out. Like with anything, you figure out the bugs and what works and what doesn't work. And then when you find out what works, you just do more of that. But that's definitely, I think, probably been one of the best things about it and one of the hardest things to kind of, but I think I'm getting in a rhythm and I'm starting to go in the right direction. So I'm just going to pound it and keep going at it.
Cool. What did you say is probably one of the biggest like challenges per se?
Well, I mean, the time itself, but just with Tilcor specifically in the getting that name brand out there. And that's one of the main reasons I started doing. I mean, I've always been on social media, but I've been very consistent with Tilcor, and that's just getting that out there. Cause not only getting Old Tin Man and me and my brand, but kind of getting the two and getting them associated with each other. And, the more you get it out there, people just see it. And then they talk about roofing, and then they say, oh, because there's a lot of people that you say steel roofing, and they think the old barn metal, and they just don't have a picture of it, and so that's another reason I just continue to post and post. So consumer education is a big thing with you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, awesome. I mean that goes with there's a lot of contractors too that you gotta. I mean, they know they've heard of stone coated steel or stuff, but there's a lot of contractors that don't. There's a lot to just pound asphalt and that's what they're used to. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that, obviously stone coated steel is not going to go on every roof. I know that. We all know that. It's a niche. Yeah, it's very niche. Niche. Yeah. But I think it's something that a contractor can look at. It's a way they can improve some margins and make some money. And two, you can offer your homeowner a product that is going to last and stand up. Mm-hmm. And it's just, it's that whole offer and value thing. Yeah,
actually, we got a question from
Great, perfect.
So we got a question from our very own Drew Tucson, man. Our man, he is an entrepreneur. He's growing multiple businesses, but yet, man, he's just like everybody else. Like he has the same question. How do you manage your work-life balance with all this travel that you're doing? How are you making sure that you're taking a brand that has no recognition yet, right? So you're putting all that time into branding, sales, marketing, and then family with 2 kids, right? 2 kids. How are you doing that?
You asked what the biggest struggle was. That might be one of them.
It's mine. It is mine. I'm looking forward to this answer because we try to ask a lot of entrepreneurs this because it's probably the biggest struggle I deal with as well, is just trying to balance everything. Yeah, it is definitely a tough one, and I don't know if there's an exact answer, and I don't know if I don't think I do it 100% perfect. A huge thing is my wife. I mean, honestly, having someone at home to support is a huge thing. My kids are getting older. So it definitely makes it easier, where your kids are younger. That's a real struggle.
Mine are 11 and 13. So they have some independence, but then you get sports and after school activities. And so my wife does run around. My wife is self-employed. And so that's, it's afforded her the flexibility to kind of work within my schedule, which is a huge plus.
Yeah, that helps out a lot. I'm in the similar situation as well.
Yeah. So that's a big thing. But I mean, honestly, it's a lot of communication, obviously between my wife and I, trying to figure schedules out and do all that stuff. And then just trying to stay present with the kids. You talk about Kerry V. He said it earlier. A lot of people say he's gone all the time and they're home, but they're not home. They're sitting watching the game or they're on their phone. So trying to spend time with the kids when I am home. Now with 11 and 13-year-old, sometimes that's more of a challenge because they don't want to spend time with us.
They're not interested in daddy anymore.
Right. Exactly. But it's definitely a challenge, but it's just, when we are together, just, taking as much advantage of that time as you can.
So, all right. So as we start to get a little bit closer to wrapping this thing up, we kind of like to live it. I'm gonna give you a little bit of time here to think about this, but we try to leave it with a key takeaway, a business takeaway, right? That, business owner, an outside salesperson, right? Someone who travels a lot, person who is very dedicated to their career. What's a key takeaway that you can give them to try to go implement in their business or their work-life balance or whatever it might be that you try to live by and follow?
Yeah, and give you 2 seconds to think about that in something that just on the last topic, with the whole work-life thing. It's kind of a catch-22 because I'm able to work at home a lot, but I'm working like it's like meeting after meeting after meeting after phone call after phone call, and it just keeps her busy. But it's awesome because I do find small little amounts of time throughout the day to just, all right, even if it's 5 minutes, it's like, okay, take 5 minutes, take 20 minutes and just hang out with the kid, grab the little one, hang out with her, hang out with the kid, hang out with the wife. We're trying to figure out ways to literally block into the schedule. And that's what we're having to do. And I think that's hopefully it works well, but it's like, okay, well, once every week we're going to go to lunch together, or once every week we're going to have we need sitters for that. It's because more of a challenge with 2 small children, but like, one of our other fathers, Jason, says you got to date your wife, right? So that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to, hey honey, hopefully very soon we're going on some trips. We actually plan some trips as well. Yep. So it's like you work, but take time off every once in a while and just shut it down and spend some time with the family.
Yep, absolutely. It's key, and I think being in outside sales, there is a little flexibility. Obviously, you're working at night and stuff like that sometimes, but there's a time where my daughter has a concert at school that, during the day, and you can go there and see that type of stuff, or sporting events. The last couple of Fridays, my wife and I have tried to, sneak out and grab lunch and that type of, you just got to fit it in where you can.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree there. What
are we doing here?
Book giveaway?
Yeah. Well, let's do a book giveaway. I think we may have a shirt that we're going to give away. So let's finish. Let's get your takeaway. My takeaway. And then we're gonna close it down with some giveaways for you. So stay tuned. And actually, here's what we're gonna do for the giveaway.
How about #SPG show?
No. Let's throw a GIF on there. I want to laugh. Like throw something funny. Let's see a funny GIF. So whoever can get in the next few minutes, whoever can throw a GIF or throw something funny on the comments. And get a handful of likes. We're gonna pick one here in the next 10 minutes, and we're gonna do
how many books are we giving away?
It depends on how much interactivity we get.
Okay.
If I laugh a handful of times, we'll give them all away.
We'll give them all away. We got quite a bunch of books.
We got plenty. I got a whole stack over here ready to go. We're just giving books away left and right. It's awesome.
Right. So book giveaway. Put up a GIF. Right. Throw up some kind of GIF. Get us laughing, and then from there we'll give away those books.
Yeah.
Giving away a shirt too.
Got a Tilcor shirt to give away.
Yeah, there we go. Boom. Tilcor Roofing Systems. There you go. We'll give away a shirt too. Yeah, you good with that?
Absolutely.
Cool. Giveaway for a shirt and a book.
So while everyone gets those gifts going, to answer your question, I think the one big giveaway I got to think is relationships. Now, I think a lot of things go into that. Honesty is a big one, but I think that goes into building relationships. I mean, a relationship's not going to last if it's not based on honesty and truth, and just doing what you say. But relationships are the base of everything. And this is one thing that I've not recently, but in the past year that I've kind of had to struggle with is just putting stuff out there. And don't expectations. You don't need to expect something. You know, you're not putting something forward just to get something back type of thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, and just providing that value. But I think it all is based on relationships
and genuine relationships.
Without
you
a
got
doubt.
to genuinely care about other people, right? You have genuine empathy. And no matter what you're doing, especially in sales.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, people can read right through a fake salesman all day long, you know? So, and unfortunately our industry is
There's a ton of
second to the used car industry with the persona that we have as salespeople.
Right.
You know, so the more professional and honest and genuine you can actually be. Like if you genuinely care about helping others and genuinely care about the products and the services that you're providing, it makes life as a salesperson much easier.
One of the big
I'm sorry to cut you off, man. But we got your boy Austin, man. Chris is the man at customer service. No one better in the whole game, baby.
Oh, throw that up there.
Thank you, Austin. I got a shirt coming your way.
There it is. There's the free shirt, man. You just won a shirt, bro.
Oh yeah. But you know what? It's just doing it. You know, just to get people to provide them value without anything in return. And there's time, you know, there's people that, I mean, I've experienced it too. There's people that are going to take advantage of that, and they know that you're out there to try and make them happy, and they're going to take advantage of it. And that's just part of it. But there's nothing better. And it's the long game too. One of the things I talk about a lot is relationships over transactions. And, you know, there's definitely ways that you can get a quick sale, you know, and, you know, you cut the price, you do whatever, you can get a quick sale. But I don't want, you know, obviously I'm in sales, I need sales, but I'm looking to build relationships over that, you know, just quick transactions. You know, I'll start slow, and, you know, and by the time, you know, before you know it, then we've got a relationship, and there, when you need something, you can come to me, and you know, you're going to get taken care of.
Yeah. And that's exactly, excuse me. That's exactly the approach that we take and with the Roofing Academy and SUMA and, you know, it's all about, you know, putting yourself out there and giving away as much solid, good quality information as possible.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's our whole agenda. It's like people ask me all the time, like, man, you put out you give away a lot of advice and a lot of like free things that a lot of other people are charging for. And that sort of thing is like, you know what? I would rather give to the industry and be genuine about it, because I know there's people that follow and watch and they soak it in. And when the timing is right, they're going to be like, you know what? I really do want to take my business to the next level. I really do want to start carving out time to work on my business. And my goal is to just be your first thought.
Right.
That's it. Like there's no commitments. Like, hey, if you really want to, you know, get to a place where you're really focusing on working on your business, growing your business, hiring people, developing a sales team, building out process for everything. Let's talk further. And I have products, and I have a virtual system where I can literally teach you everything I've learned, but we just give it all away up front to develop that relationship. And then all of a sudden, you know, more and more people every single day, it's like more and more people are like, hey, let's talk more about this training. How can you help me? How can you help my staff, my sales team, and that sort of thing? And that relationship's already been built. And now we get to cultivate that relationship even further. Right. And now we're seeing major growth in people and businesses.
Right. And that is the best feeling in the world,
Absolutely.
right? When you're, like we said before, having a company, building a company that sells itself. Right.
That's the goal.
We had a few comments I wanted to go over quick. First off, Austin says, send the shirt to someone else. We are covered in Tilcor. So it looks like you already take care of them. So I think they'll be good to go in that. But I just said, Chris is also an awesome team player. Proud to be part of his team. Man, dude, I've never had comments like this. Where's she at?
She's our Texas rep.
Oh, a Texas rep. Okay, cool. And then Linda, who actually I get to meet tomorrow, so that'd be kind of cool. And Eric both threw out some gifts. I can't look at the link right now, but we'll make sure we check out those links. I guarantee we'll be laughing at those. So we'll make sure we get to check those bad boys out, though.
You know what? We got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Check it. Make sure to remind me. Let's get them on the list. And go ahead and DM us with your address, and we'll send you out a book.
Yeah.
And whoever wants the shirt, go ahead and hashtag Tilcor.
Yeah.
Hashtag Tilcor, and I'll throw in a book as well. So that's 3
books.
Let's go for it.
So yeah, if you guys want a Tilcor roofing shirt, make sure you guys are throwing that up. We'll hook you guys up with some gear.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for being here, man. This is a fun time. And as we wrap up, remember you can find him on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, at the Tin Man,
Old Tin Man.
at the old Tin Man, the old guy Tin Man.
Tin Man was taken.
Okay, because Tin Man was taken. Okay, at the Tin Man, the old Tin Man. You guys just real. I was at a rant there. I was gonna dial it in. I was gonna bring it home strong,
We threw you
and
off the rails,
you
man.
just derailed me.
Hey, don't blame us, man. You know, don't blame us.
Sure. Lesson next time: don't blame others.
Yeah.
We'll look for the vlog coming out tomorrow. Well, thank you so much, man. We look forward to sharing your journey and staying in touch on
Absolutely.
social media.
I appreciate you guys having me here. This was a blast.
Yeah, awesome. Any last thing? What's the website? If someone's interested in your products, what's the quickest way?
TilcoreRoofingUSA.com.
Or just send them a DM directly on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's the best way, huh?
Or obviously you can DM me and I'll obviously get in touch with you guys and you're good to go.
Awesome.
Eric, man, thank you so much for the engagement, man. He sent out a GIF and you hashtag Tilcore, dude. So it looks
Done.
like he
There
is
it is.
getting some
Eric.
fresh gear,
Eric,
man.
you're the man. Great
Hey,
stuff,
we
brother.
appreciate the engagement so much, man. And it's like that's what it's all about. So thank you guys for so much for that. If you guys ever have any questions, make sure you hit us up. We'll bring them up on the show, or you guys can throw in the comment section. Or if you guys have any cool guests, I mean, give us a DM and we'll see if they can jump on. We know it's every Wednesday at 6:30. This was episode 26, baby.
And make sure to stay tuned next week.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
Have a good one.